Hey everybody, this is your revered mojihost Nandi, and I have a new episode of Messy Ministries. Today's one is titled, He's Saying I Love You to Me. The writer says, how soon is too soon to fall in love? I've been dating this guy about 2 months. Every time we speak, he says he loves me. He ends every phone call with, I love you, and will get upset if I don't say it back. He says it's the only way for him to know that I'm for him. The truth is, I don't know if I love him. This is all moving so quickly. I do like him a lot. He treats me well and we have fun together. Should I be feeling love for him by now? Can you help me sort through this? I don't want to lose him if he is the one. Whew. You want to know what my advice is? My initial reaction to this, when I read your submission, run. Run fast. I mean, real fast. You should earn a gold medal. That's how fast you should be running. Anytime people come at you and they're moving through a relationship like they changing clothes, that sends up red flags. And you know what? I believe that you have already basically realized this because you use the words, this is all moving so quickly. So your intuition is already telling you that something isn't right. And you know what? Listen to your intuition. I will be 52 this year. And the one thing I have come to learn is that anytime I ignore my intuition, I have to deal with the consequences. So you have this little whatever sitting on your shoulder or in your gut. You know, for most women, we say we feel certain things in our gut. And that's an important region. I think it goes back to that whole, that's where the umbilical cord is located. And when it's cut, that's what finally separates us from our mother who fed us for all those months that we were roasting away in her womb. And that probably has not a whole lot to do with what I'm saying, this latter part of it. But the first part is still just as important. That gut feeling, that intuition, I think that is like probably something left over from our magical powers we had before we decided to come onto this earth right here. And then maybe we have to give it up, and every now and then we visit it in our dreams and we see that magical power we have where we can fly across the world and walk without our feet touching the ground. Maybe that it can't be just me. And if there are others of you who have had similar dreams where you can walk on rooftops and fly and walk without your feet touching the ground, basically floating above the surface, y'all make sure y'all mention it in the comments area. Otherwise, don't bring that straight jacket just yet. I'm not ready for the straight jacket just yet. But back to the point of your submission. See how I got off track? I wonder what train it was today. Probably Z. Is there a Z? Is there a Z train? Back to A train, y'all. You have already recognized that this situation is making you uncomfortable. For him to get upset because you are not ready to love him at a period of time where he claims to love you, because that's a claim, because in 2 months, you don't really know nobody. Most people haven't even started like farting around you and stuff in 2 months, and if they have, that should be pretty strange too, because you usually bring your best actor forward when you first meet somebody. And then as time goes away, you chip away at that actor until you're the one that's left. The representative is now gone, and here's who I am in all my glory, So if this person is already 2 months down the line, making phone calls where it always has to be a constant I love you and then being upset because you won't say it back, it goes back to something I've said in other episodes with other inquiries, that you just may not be compatible, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a lot better to know up front that you and someone else are not compatible than to be trying to make it work for years and years upon end and you're miserable. So don't let somebody force you into something you're not ready for. If you don't feel it, Don't say it. Please don't let somebody force you into saying, I love you when you don't mean it. And I don't care who that is. I don't care whether it's your mom, your children, whatever. If you're not feeling it at that time, you're just not feeling it, okay? So don't let him force you into that. So no, 2 months down the line, it is absolutely normal to not be feeling love for him, okay? And stop thinking in terms of you might lose him. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do. You ain't supposed to keep everybody that come into your life. Some people are better lost, okay? And this person sounds like they could be one of those people. So prepare yourself for that. It's only been 2 months, okay? So hopefully you ain't got that much emotional investment going in a person after 2 months. If you do, there's some inner work you might need to be doing, okay? Because 2 months is rapid. That is some rapid I love yous, all right? So take your time. Don't be afraid to let go. Let him go love somebody else, because that's who he is. This is probably a theme for him. You ain't the first person that he done tried to force into saying this. And you probably, unfortunately, you won't be the last, because there's a lot of broken people out here. And they spread like a virus. They take that damn brokenness everywhere they go, changing people's lives. Okay? So I hope I've answered your question. That's about all I got for you. Let me see. I look through here, see what you said. I hope I have helped you sort through this as you asked me to. Be honest with yourself. You said the truth is you don't love him, so don't act like you do. Don't use words that say you do. Don't use actions that say you do. And hey, it might be time to let that go. Let it go early, that way you avoid some of the complications that could come with that down the line. Because a person like that, you would never know what they might be capable of. Okay? With people, period, sometimes you just don't know what people are capable of. Why put yourself in that position? So again, that's all I got. My listeners, hey, let's continue the conversation in the comments. What would you give her as advice on her situation? If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so anytime a new episode airs, you are one of the first to know. If you would like me to answer your questions, my email is in the description. If you are watching this on Facebook, you can hit me up in my private messages. If you're watching this on IG, you can hit me up in my DMs. That's all I got for y'all. Listen to your intuition.